going to be trying to edit a video for my first time. So let's see how that goes. We're going to be doing a reading for Aries. What does Aries need to know? Okay, we're going to pull your cards that are going to represent your past. This is going to be relevant to the prediction made in the reading. We have the reverse Tower. What does Aries need to know? Reversed Six of Swords. Wow, really hanging on to something here. Especially because these are popping up in a reversal. The Six of Swords is this energy of like sailing away into, you know, calmer waters. But we have it in a reversal here. So that is like you refusing to let something go even though it needs to come to an end. And that is really going to be reinforced here with this Tower card as well. Tower is like everything falling apart, but you are still hanging on to it, not when you let it go. So I want you to think about in your past a time where you really clung on to something that you maybe should have let go. You just didn't want it to end for whatever reason, because that's going to be relevant to your energy today. What is Aries' present energy? Whoa. Oh, my dogs are eating something. Hey, what are you guys eating? Spit it out. Okay, well, she ate it. I don't know what it is. What is Aries' present energy? Have Temperance and Seven of Swords and Page of Wands. This one wants to come out too. And Eight of Swords. Okay, so we have the Temperance here. This is the Angel card about balance. And then we have the Seven of Swords here, but it's in a reversal. In a reversal. Seven of Swords is like a truth being revealed to you, a big aha moment, but it's here in a reversal, which means there is some sort of secrets being kept from you. There is some sort of information being kept from you. Have the Page of Wands. That energy together, the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands together, that really represents a shady character in your life. This Page of Wands, pages are usually representing somebody in your life, and this energy together is someone who's not being honest with you. They're not being transparent. They are hiding stuff from you. And then we have the Eight of Swords here, which is usually an overthinking card, but it is here in a reversal. This, if you guys are more familiar with the original deck, this is the woman who's sitting and there's like swords all around her. She's trapped by her thoughts. You know, an overthinker, but it's here in a reversal. So that is interesting. It's almost like you held on to someone from your past and wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt here with Temperance, but they're still hiding stuff from you. They're still being shady, not being 100% transparent with you. And there's that lack of balance. And it almost, the energy I'm getting from this is like you just don't really want to think about it anymore. You're just kind of like, ugh, you know, you've just kind of gotten used to them lying to you at this point. Let's see what the hidden influences are. What are the hidden influences for Aries? Move these up. Okay. Page of Swords in a reversal. Again, there's freaking liar. Not being honest with you. Okay. Hidden influences are this guy or girl is just, honestly, they're just a big fat liar. Like, that's just who they are. They lie. They're an insecure person, and it's just being reinforced over and over again that they lie. We have the Ace of Cups here. which is a good sign. This is a sign from the divine, especially when we see these two together. It's almost like now you have some sort of peace with the fact that they are lying and they just continuously lie, and you're going to be gifted with this Ace of Cups energy, which is like this new emotional like tranquility. Like this has kind of been a heavy burden for you, but you've distanced yourself from it so much that you're not as emotionally invested as you used to be. But we have this Ace of Cups now appearing here, which is a good indication that there's going to be some sort of relief happening, especially when these two are together and this is a hidden influence. Okay, and then we have the Four of Cups. It did show up here in a reversal. The Four of Cups, he usually is a moment of like waiting, of resting, but we have it here in a reversal, which is kind of procrastinating. You actually have this ability. Let me think of the good words. Words, where are the words? I have it in my head. I just need to speak it. I know, like, when you've been in a relationship with somebody who is always lying and betraying you, and you kind of clung on to that and stayed with them, and eventually you just kind of become numb to their, you know, the crap that they do. You're kind of in that starting to transition where you're just kind of numb and you don't really care. That's actually a good sign that you're about to be able to move on from this situation. And that's why we're seeing this Ace of Cups. This person's been lying and you've just kind of been putting off the drama of really breaking up, because breakups can be messy, especially when there's a lot of time and money invested. You get to know their family, you get to know their friends. It's not as easy as just walking away. You're walking away from like a whole situation, right? So you've been kind of procrastinating that. We see that here with this Four of Cups. But really, Aries, you have this opportunity because you're numb, and it's not going to be as emotionally painful as it would have been in the past, which is why I believe you hung on to it for so long. This ability to be able to walk away. But let's see what the challenges are. What are the challenges for Aries? Challenges: Ace of Wands in a reversal, Five of Wands. Yep, you just don't want to fight with them. You're just, see this card, this Five of Wands. Oh, wow, that is as avoidant as they get, Aries. Okay, let's make sure. Back together. As I was saying, that's as avoidant as it gets. You see this card where they're all kind of fighting each other with these swords. There's a big showdown going on. That's exactly what you're avoiding. You don't want this big fight. You don't want this fight with like their family and friends. You don't want all the drama. And then they're going to ask you why. And it's like it's such old news because they've been a liar and they've been this person since the beginning, but you clung on to it so hard in the past that now the reason why maybe isn't going to seem valid. So that's the challenge here, is there is going to be drama when you finally conclude that you don't want this person in your life anymore. So there's a lack of action being taken due to that. We see that with this Ace of Wands. It is in a reversal, which is a lack of action, just kind of reinforcing that procrastination card that we saw over here. And then we have the Emperor. Oh gosh, I didn't even see this card yet. We have this Emperor card. It's in a reversal, which is even more of you procrastinating, Aries. You are like, I just don't want to deal with them. I don't want to deal. If you could just snap your fingers and like make this whole situation disappear, I really think you would. Like, you are so emotionally uninvested at this point. They have just drained you totally dry. And for those of you who like are not in a relationship, this could be an ex that keeps coming back in and they want to be friends, but you're like, I just don't really want to, and you don't want to argue with them. You're so done with arguing with them. Can't stress that enough. The avoiding the argument, because it's right here in your challenges, right? Okay. Trying to make sure everything's gonna be on the video. Now we're going to move forward to your possible outcome. I like to pull all these cards together because it's a lot easier for me to get the message when I pull all these cards. I'm going to pull your possible outcome right now, and I like to think of possible outcome as the like best case scenario. So this is like if you really took the angel's advice and you really wanted to transcend, then this is like your best case scenario, and this is the prediction for that. Let me pull the cards for that. Queen of Wands, the Empress. Okay, that's different than the Emperor. Nine of Pentacles and King of Wands. Very contradicting, right? Let me pull the rest of these cards. The next cards are going to be your advice, and then we're going to pull the cards that are going to represent your likely outcome. So this is like if you change nothing and you don't take whatever opportunities or gifts that the universe is throwing at you, then like that's pretty much what's going to happen. Okay, let's see what the advice is. What's the advice for Aries? Oh, cannot make this up, you guys. Seriously. Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Devil. What is the likely outcome for Aries? What is the likely... Whoa, whoa, whoa. That one. That one. I feel like this one wants to come too. Okie dokie. So I'm going to give you your possible, remember, best case scenario. And then I'll give you your likely, and then we'll see the advice that really separates those two predictions, right? So for your possible outcome, best case scenario, we did get the Queen of Wands here in a reversal, which she is controlling. She is not a fun person to be around. And then we have the Empress, and she is everything that, whoops, wrong camera. She is everything that that Queen of Wands wishes she was. Like, she is the opposite of everything that this lady is. Whoops, wrong way. Empress. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. I was just talking about the Nine of Pentacles with my wife the other day. The Nine of Pentacles is such a good omen. The Nine of Pentacles is better than the Ten of Pentacles, because Ten of Pentacles means you're about to overfill, which means you're about to start over. It's kind of like the last day of vacation. Nine of Pentacles is prime time, best time. So that's a good omen. And then we have the King of Wands here. He is in a reversal, so he is reinforcing that controlling. I mean, look at these two together. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, but they're in reversal, so it's the negative interpretation of both of them. They are controlling, they're abusive, they're manipulative, they are just the worst. I'm going to separate these two because the energy of these two, the King and Queen, are really pulling themselves together, and they're really embodying this devil energy as well. So these, I'm going to put these together, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, and they are just so lavish and beautiful, and they have a really good energy together. So the interpretation here is, I mean, these are very different cards, right? They're contradicting each other, I guess you could say. There's a break here and a really good opportunity, and I think that's why we saw this Ace of Cups as a hidden influence. There is this really good opportunity for you to find your own stability. And you know that joke when people break up or move on and they're like, haha, I lost 180 pounds, haha, because I broke up. That's kind of what's going on here in this possible outcome. There is this energy of like really big growth and opportunity if you get out of the control of these evil King and Queen. There is a very manipulative, controlling energy here, and they don't want the best for you. They really want to pull you down to their level, and they don't want to see you flourish. They are definitely out to get you. They just kind of want to stomp all over you. And then the likely outcome that we have here is the Star, but it's in a reversal too. This is a lack of healing. This is a missed opportunity, and I hadn't even looked at this card yet, but that's exactly what I was trying to say down in, I mean, these two are already very different, right? Because there's this break between really good energy that you have, Aries, and then this really negative energy that really wants to pull you down. They're trying to steal your crown. Like, this is you. And they're trying to take it away and be selfish and pull you down to their level. And that's why we see this Devil here as well. But let's go back to this likely outcome. We have the Star here in a reversal. So that is you really missing this opportunity of growth to trim this dead weight off. We have the Knight of Cups here in a reversal too. This person continues love bombing you, especially because it's in a reversal. A Knight of Cups, he is a love bomber. He is full of empty promises. He is the worst. He is emotionally intelligent. He emotionally manipulates you. Whereas these two, they manipulate you more with like your financial stability, your security, where are you going to live, who are you going to be friends with. Like, they're threatening you with that type of stuff. But if you continue to stay in this situation or continue to let this person have influence over you, you will see a missed opportunity, and you're going to continue to be lied to and love bombed and gaslit by this character. And then we have the Death card, which, if we look at these two together, they're both in reversal. This was your past energy, and now this is going to be your predicted energy. And they're in a reversal, which is really this inability for you to cut this dead weight. It is holding you back. You're missing an opportunity, and this opportunity comes with that numbness that you feel for this person. There's not really this emotional attachment. There's just this fear of drama and arguments and fighting. But you avoiding that is really disservicing you. And you see that with these two major arcana cards both being pulled here in a reversal. And then we have the Ten of Swords here, also in a reversal. This is just feeling really defeated, betrayed. But it's here in a reversal, so it's almost like you don't care. Like, there's someone like betraying you and lying to you, and you're just aloof to it, really. Okay, so now you see the very different outcomes that are possible here. Let's take a look at the advice. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is advice from the divine for you to walk away from this person and to be guided by this moon energy. This is your intuition. This is guiding you to walk away, cut your losses. If there's drama, there's drama. But at the end of the day, it's not your problem. And then we have the Ace of Swords here. This is you speaking your truth. This is you cutting through all the aloofness and being really honest and upfront, and allowing yourself to be emotional again, because you have been so emotionally drained up to this point that you've really stuffed a lot of stuff down. And realizing that this person is what you see them as, is a really toxic, manipulative person that you don't need to have around. And I'm going to put him on top of those King and Queen, because they really are quite the group, are they not? They just love each other. So, as you can see, you choose to keep this person around. There's going to be a missed opportunity of growth. You're going to continue being lied to. They're not going to change, but you already know that. And this aloofness is going to keep happening because it's this dead weight that you need to cut off, or to quit talking to, or to quit being around. So the advice here is to walk away. Really speak your truth. You know, this person's toxic. You don't need that in your life. All they want to do is control you and bring you down. And the best case scenario here is the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, hello, Ameline. Whoa. And she concurs. Ugh. So take back your crown, sit on your throne, and tell them to off. Okay, I hope there was something in here that resonated with you. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you guys could comment below if there was any type of audio issues or any feedback, I always appreciate that. Or if you could comment the state or country that you're watching this from, that's also great. All right, thanks guys. Bye.